Hello, my name is Jeff Lathrop, and I am the membership director over at Eastside Family YMCA. And for about the last 2.5 years since I've started, I think it's important that I look at new joins and also terms to see where we end up at the end of the month. Are we over or are we under? So it's important to also look at terms and not just joins. So I decided to create this little dashboard. That's been helpful for me and helpful for Kevin, my former exec, to look at weekly traffic with scans and also look at weekly joins versus terms. So this is just a simple Excel spreadsheet dashboard that I created, and he wanted me to share the process with the association. So let me explain the dashboard first. As you can see, I look at memberships month over month. So this is an example of June. This is June 2016, and then this is June 2017. June 2017 is what I'm going to build and show you in this video. But you're probably not going to have this data here for June 2016. This would have been pulled out of Protiviti. The reason why I have it, I've just been tracking this this dashboard for a couple years, so I have the data. The data for you guys will definitely be available in October, so that's when we launched Active last year in October 2016. So you can simply go into these reports that I'm going to show you and bring the data over. One thing you'll notice is I do not track college, Silver Sneakers, Silver Fit, short-term, financial aid, or even youth. I like to track just the main core categories, which are young adult, senior, family, single parent, couple. So as you can see in 2016 in June, we had, the only category we struggled with at Eastside was adult. We lost 2 memberships there. As you remember, if you were here during the campaign last year, for summer campaign, our campaign actually started the last week of May and bled into the first week of June. So kind of little skewed numbers. I know we had a stronger May than usual, and these numbers probably would have been better for us had we had the campaign just in June. So you're probably going to see a little lopsided numbers for June here because our June campaign actually started June 2nd through the 11th in 2017. Alright, so let's talk about this number here, this first box. We'll just go top to bottom. June 2016 membership. This is simple, as you can see it right here. This is just a total new memberships we got in these main categories. Right here, we're going to start to populate this number where we're at each week. And then membership trend, I'm going to show you how I get that number. That tells me after week 1, week 2, week 3, if our memberships stay the way they are, that's what we're trending for the end of the month, so it can give me a little idea of forecasting. I also like to look at traffic. I think it's important that we look at how many people, how many members are coming in our doors year over year. So I pulled the 2016 June scans from Protiviti. Again, I've been keeping these reports, so as of October of this year, you'll be able to start looking at these year over year each month. June 2017 scan trends. So I'm going to be able to pull this for you in this example in this video where we can look at scans at a certain date and then trend them out to the end of the month. I'm going to show you how to do that. I think it's important to look at your over-under for the current month, so we're going to get that data soon when we look at how many new in terms we have going on in June. And that's kind of a number I look at quite a bit when I update each week. Where are we sitting at after week 1? Are we up 16? Are we down 16? It's just good to know. And then I like to measure revenue year over year, of course. So I've already populated these numbers from SGA. You guys know how to do that in your budgets. So we had a pretty good June year over year. I mean, looking at almost 39,000 up. So that was a great month for us. So let's go ahead and get into how I pull this reporting, and we'll put it into the dashboard here. So you're going to pull up Active, of course. You're going to go to Reports. Then we're going to go to Active Net Insights. Okay. And then we're going to go to Membership Statistics V2. If you ever see membership statistics without a V2, we don't want that. You want the V2. So we go ahead and click that. Alright, so simply here, you just put your input controls in here. So, Eastside, what start date do I want? So, for the first week, I want to go 6/1 to 6/7, because that's the first week in June. So here we are with the categories. So I'm going to pick adult, all the main ones: couple, family, individual parent, senior, young adult, and that's it. So I'm going to apply those. Okay. Then I want to look at all open packages, and then since I selected all the main people in this package category, that brings them down into this little subcategory. So I'm going to go ahead. Actually, no, I'm not going to hit all because we don't want annuals. I don't do annuals, so just those standard ones: couple east side, family east side, individual parent, senior, and young adult. Okay, so simply here I just hit apply. And on the scratch pad to the left, or on my desk here, I've just got young adult, adult, seniors, individual parent, family, couple. It's just kind of on a post-it note. Obviously, I got to record the number, so I move this window over. And here's your joins. So adult, first week in June was 6. And your terms here are 8. So for adult, I'm just going to go 6-8. Couple, looks like I had 11 joins and 2 terms, so 11-2. Family, 37 joins, 14 terms. Individual parent, 5 joins, 5 terms. Seniors, 9 joins, 3 terms. And I'm going to come on down here to young adult. Looks like 4 joins and 5 terms. Okay, so I'm simply just going to pull up my dashboard here, come over here and write down, jot down, or actually input what I jotted down. Young adult was 6 joins and 8, senior was 9 and 3, family was 37 and 14, single parent was even at 5 and 5, and couple is 11 and 2. So here we go, week 1. Which was the meat, I guess, of our June campaign. So I can look at this quickly and see that, I'm doing pretty good in families here. I'm struggling a little bit. Young adult, kind of flat, I guess, at young adult and adult. One that east side has most room for opportunity is adult. Single parents are flat at 0, and we're doing well in couples. Overall, over under, I'm at 35. So what I would do here is I would just do plus 35. Okay, so the joins over here are right here. 72 joins. There's 37 terms right there. Obviously the net between these two give me that. So as of week 1, I have 72 joins. Now my trend is going to look like this. I'm going to take 72. Okay, divide it by, that's not the divide by button. 72 divided by 7 days. Okay, so I'm averaging 10.28 new joins a day. So I'm going to times that by 30 because there's 30 days in June. This is going to give me my trend. So wow, that's a crazy trend, 308. We know that's not going to keep up because the campaign is going to be over on the 11th. But this will give you, on a regular month, a good snapshot of a trend. So the scan trend, let me show you how to do scans now. It's kind of the same concept. So I'm going to cancel out of this. I'm going to go to view. I'm going to go to repository. And this is going to give me my membership usages. So what I'm going to do is highlight this. I'm going to pick my location. I'm going to pick the time frame that I'm looking at for my scans, which is June 1st to June 7th. And I'm looking at all package categories. I don't care who scans in, right? Because scans are scans. It can be a corporate, it could be financial assistance. I want valid scans. So all here, valid scans. And then definitely don't want to do it by member names. You're going to get a huge list. I just need to know by month. Just need to know what's going on in the month. Okay, it's going to give me one number. Okay, so 13,984 in the first 7 days here at the Y. So simply, just remember that number, 13,984. I'm going to go 13, 984. I'm going to divide it by 7. Actually, you know what? I'm going to divide it by 6. Actually, no. I'm going to do it by 7. I was thinking 4th of July, but we're actually doing June. So let me start over. 13,984 divided by 7. 1,997 average scans a day. Times that by 30. And that's what my scan trend is going to be. 59,931. So I come over here. 931. And you can see that we're pretty much on par within what, 180 scans. So far traffic's looking good for the first week in June as it did last year. And you simply do this each week. So I'm going to do one more week for you so you can see what it looks like to add and subtract a little bit. And we'll just do it one more time for repetition. So I'm going to go back to my Active Insights. I'm going to go to repository, because now I got to get to membership statistics, and it's always this one here, V2. Alright, then I'm just going to select my site. Now my date is going to be the 8th through the 14th. That's the second week in June there. Okay, so I want adult. Again, I want just the main categories minus youth. This is a little, you got to use your scroll wheel here on your mouse here, not the scroll bar. It's kind of finicky. Alright, so make sure I got them all. Okay, come on over here. I'm not doing annuals, just doing the standard ones. Now, during the campaigns going forward, I believe leadership wants us to track daily joins and terms to see how we're doing each day through our campaign. So I'm going to set up a different spreadsheet that will, for those specific months, that will track that for us. But this is just how you get the data, okay? So I'm just going to apply. And then I'm simply just jotting these numbers down on a sticky note. So looks like adult this second week in June was 9 joins and 1 term. That's pretty good. 9 joins, 1 term. Alright, couple, 4 joins and 1 term. Family, 51 joins and 8 terms. Individual parent, 5 joins, 0 terms. Senior, it looks like right here, 6 joins and 0 terms. And then last category, young adult, looks like right here, 8 and 1. Okay. So instead of actually going to the dashboard, I'm going to go ahead and, since we're in our reports here, I might as well just go ahead and get the scan history for the second week and see where we're sitting, so I can just go to the dashboard and update it. So again, for scans, you got to pick your location. Now for scans, you're not going to pick week 2. You're going to pick everything that's going on in the month. So it's June 1st through the second week, which is June 14th. Okay. Again, all membership types. We don't care what membership types are coming in the door. Open. All valid scans, and this is going to be month. Again, we don't want it every member. We're going to get this number. I'm going to jot it down. So for the first 2 weeks in June, looks like we've got 27,082 scans. So simple math here. 27,082. We're going to divide that by the 14 days in June. We're going to get this number, which is our daily average scans of 1934. Times that by the months or the days in June, which is 30. And now we got a scan trend of 58,032. Scan trend 58,032. So now you can see we dropped almost 1,000. So it must have been a slow week for traffic in week 2. Okay, so now we need to go over and update our joins. So in young adult, it was 8 and 1. So 8 joins in one term. So it's 12 and 6. Adult was 9 joins in one term. So that's 15 and 9. Simple math here. Seniors was 6 joins and no terms. Family was 51 joins. So that looks like 88. And 8 terms. So 8 and 14 is 22. Our single parent showed up 5 and 0, which is good. Well, we didn't get any, but we didn't lose any. Couple, we gained 4 and lost 1. Alright. So now we have 150 net joins, or 150 joins, 48 terms, for a net of 102 memberships. So I'm going to take this 150 here and minus it by week 1's joins. And I know we can probably create cells that will do that math for us, but I like to do it old school. We got 48 terms minus 37 in week 1. That gives me 11 terms in week 2. So real quick here, I can see a solid week 2 here. And that, the last, what was it, the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, the 4 days of week 2 were the last part of the campaign, so it looks like we really hit a home run here. So membership here, total membership is going to be 150. What's my trend? So we're going to go to the calculator, do the trending again. We're going to do 150 divided by now 14 days, averaging 10 a day, times 30 days in June. So membership trend's 321. Okay? It went up a little bit. We did the scan trend. The over-unders needs to be updated, which is 102. What a solid week that was. We don't see that all the time now, do we? Okay, so that's how I update this dashboard. You just continue to do that for week 3 and week 4. This you're not going to get until probably the 5th of the following month, so I go back and update this. I'll print this out each week and send it to my exec, put it in his box, let him review. So that's how you update this basic Excel dashboard for your membership trends and traffic trends. I hope it worked out well for you. Hope you understand it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via email or cell or phone. I'll be glad to help. Have a great day.